So welcome to Much Review About Nothing with another baffling bonus. And this time, we're going to be walking you through our Cats 2019 tier list.
Yeah, it's going to be a special episode because it's the first time we've done any kind of video at all.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. I've never actually had to pair anything up, so hopefully I can do that properly. But yeah, we've been talking about doing something else involving Cats 2019 because to me it's arguably one of the most iconic films of 2019, one of the most interesting film watching experiences I've had in a while.
One of the most groundbreaking.
Yeah. So I was like, we couldn't just leave it alone. We had to come back to it in some capacity.
We couldn't let cats lie.
No, sleeping cats lie.
Yeah.
It's like some sort of dark entity, some Lovecraftian force that you can't get out of your mind. Even when you shut your eyes, it's still there, taunting you, drawing you.
Well, as many
back.
The color out of Cats.
Yeah.
As many eldritch horrors that are playing the cats themselves, such as James Corden, Judi Dench, as we figured out, are like these, eldritch abominations who have come to this earth to torment us.
Yes.
Through movies, in fact.
Yeah.
I always knew that
That's great.
Narlotet would be a movie star.
Yeah, but the thing about Cats that is really crushing, when I first started watching it, I went into it thinking, I'm going to have a laugh, I'm going to look at these horrible visuals, but at the end of the day, I'm going to hear some pretty good music.
Right.
But not only are the visuals bad, they botch the music too, for the most part.
Yeah, the music is absolutely dreadful at times.
Yeah, it's like they thought, what is the worst possible take on these songs we can do, and then they went with it.
I'll never forgive them for what they did to Mr. Mistopheles.
I know, that's the biggest one. It was like they were challenging themselves to do the songs as wrong as possible, or take the most boring, out of place approach.
We should, along with this, we should do some musical badness on maybe that song.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly.
As a companion piece to this one.
Yeah, that's worth it. We're gonna get a lot of material out of Cats.
I know, but there's a lot to uncover. All right.
Yeah, and it's sad because I wish it was one of those. It's both a so bad it's good and also not at the same time.
Yeah, it's.
We just call that a bad movie, Billy.
Yeah,
but it's more interesting than that.
Yeah, it's not bad enough to not be watchable at all, but it's also torture to get through at the same time. It's like those really crazy haunted houses they do, where they torment you and they lock you in places and dump cockroaches on you, and it's just really intense. And you have to sign a waiver. It's kind of like that, where it's an interesting experience, but it's also an awful experience at the same time. So I was kind of wondering how we were going to. Obviously, we're gonna.
That'd be a fun haunted house. They lock in a room. They have people dressed up like these cats come out, and the Gumby cats throwing these weird cockroaches at you.
Yeah. Speaking of cockroaches, but I was wondering if maybe. We're obviously going to critique them on their looks, but should we also critique their song at the same time? Maybe the cat, if their song was a not as bad as the others, maybe they get a few more points and it kind of bumps them up.
That'll certainly factor into it on a cursory note. The problem with this tier list is that we could put them all into Kill It With Fire and be done with it.
It'd be justified.
Yeah, it'd be totally justified.
We're not going to do that.
No, we're not.
We're going to go through this analytically and rationally. So I'm thinking they kind of get graded on both their looks and their song, and sort of the lump score of that is where they end up on the tier list.
Right.
So I guess we'll just go from left to right. And as you can see, whoever put this list together cheated with Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. And that's just them from the stage play. That's not them from the movie. I may need to insert like an image of them in here.
I know that they're like the master thieves and they're hard to spot, but can you try a little harder?
Yeah, I don't know if there was no good screenshots online. I don't know what.
As you know, we didn't put any effort into this, and we just found a website to do it for us.
Yeah,
so,
that was part of the reason why this happened at all.
Yeah.
I guess we could. Maybe I could look it up.
Yeah, you can.
They're gonna get a spotlight. Little teaser.
33 smart habits that will train other people to
2019.
treat you with respect.
Let's see. I just realized this is gonna be really hard to edit because if I cut, I guess maybe I can move things around, but
Yeah.
because if I cut anything out, it's gonna change the sequence.
No, there's the picture they use. They probably Google searched it, but it's
Oh wait, here they go. Here they are. Yeah.
you know, all you had to do was crop it out a bit. No, wait, no, she's in the middle of them.
Yeah. This is annoying. Okay, well now
we
we're
go.
reading an article with. That's good enough. Anyways, we gave them a plug by accident.
Yeah.
Okay, or there's them. Arguably, there's far worse cats.
Wait, they're not-
anyways,
Wait, they're both calico cats.
yeah, which is.
I mean, the girl makes sense, but
The male, yeah. Is it possible to have a male
it
calico?
is, but he would have two X chromosomes with a Y.
Yeah, he'd be
a hermaphrodite.
yeah. Okay, well maybe he is.
Or
We don't know.
sterile.
We don't know. The places they have ghost genitalia, so maybe he's got two pairs of ghost genitalia that we just can't see. Okay, but enough beating around the bush. Now we're starting with, I believe, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria the white cat. She's not too bad,
No.
in my estimation.
To me, she's the most. She's
Bland?
Yeah, the most bland, the most just kind of middle of the road cat.
Does she even have a song? I can't remember.
Yeah, the new one.
They wrote one for her. It's like her. It's very bland and white bread.
But again, she is just very tolerable. I'm thinking she should go intolerable just because I can. I could look at this cat.
Well, I didn't know if we wanted to just like put her in A or what. Should tolerable be like the highest honor or
Maybe it should be. Put her in B.
B?
Yeah.
I feel like
she's definitely middle of the road. You know?
I think we're grading her more for just being dull,
Yeah.
less than disturbing. Okay, then we have, you can barely see him.
He's like a shadow looming in the
Is that
darkness.
Eldritch Elba?
No,
Or-
that's disturbing. Oh, I mixed them up now, but that's disturbing Ray Winston cat, who's just, I think, Idris Elba cat's henchman.
Oh, is
He's just
he?
a disgusting, like, coal-colored cat, like a evil hobo cat.
Right, is he the one, I think Eve brought it up, where he is the, he's like a character, whoever, Gus Asparagus, the theater cat, is playing?
Oh, yeah, is
Isn't
he
that
Tiger
right?
Claw? I think that's correct. Yeah, I think
Hey.
Gus the theater cat was famous for playing Tiger Claw or something like
Yeah.
that. And this guy is Tiger Claw, which
yeah.
I meant to bring that up at some point. I totally forgot about it, but yeah, there's some like weird meta-narrative thing where was he playing this guy? Or was there some sort of like hole in the fabric of reality and the character he played on stage turned into a real person and then just lived as a derelict on the docks and kidnapped people for McCavity? I don't know.
That's so confusing.
But either way, like he doesn't even have a song, so he doesn't get graded.
I can't even see him, really.
Yeah, maybe I should look up.
He's just...
Is it Ray Winston cat?
He's not even Tiger Claw. He's just Ray Winston.
I can't remember if it's Tiger Claw or if it's something else.
I didn't get anything when I...
Oh, here we go.
Growl Tiger.
That's it. I'm calling him Tiger Claw because of Warrior Cats. Okay, here is Growl Tiger. We grade Ray Winston's looks. No, but here he is. Seriously, why is it always so small? No, I'm not going to another. How do you just make? Okay, open link in.
What's the cat's wiki?
There, finally, thank you. There he is. Okay. Arguably,
It's such a funny shot.
kind of tolerable.
I don't know.
It's still, again, they're all inherently disturbing because it is just Ray Winston's face on this thing. But there are far worse examples. I'm saying I think like a middle just C.
Yeah, he's not in the right home.
He's not even worth mentioning, really. He doesn't even have a song.
He doesn't technically exist. It is literally mentioned once that Gus the Theater Cat, who once played Growl Tiger, could do it again.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because he's just like a part in a play, and then they gave him life in the movie for some reason. It doesn't make any sense. Unless he did play him, unless he was like some sort of legendary cat bandit. I don't know what the deal is.
They made this so confusing. They didn't have to.
He is an actual fictional character appearing in both T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats and Andrew Lloyd Webber's Musical Cats, which is based on Eliot's book. He's described as a Bravo cat who lived upon a barge who was once scoured the Thames from
Thames.
Yeah, Thames.
Or is it Thames? Is it Thames?
It's the Thames.
Gravesend to Oxford. So.
Okay, so he is real, and it does make sense now why he's on the boat. But within the world of the cat's play, so maybe he is playing this real character.
Right. So he's playing the person who kidnapped him.
Yeah, that is. I forgot he also gets kidnapped.
Wouldn't he be older than Gus then?
You would think he is younger than the guy who played him,
Well,
which I guess could happen.
I mean, in his youth,
arguably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he became famous.
Yeah, he became famous before Gus was a big time actor. I guess. I don't know. We're trying to untie this twisty lore.
He didn't get much money from his fame, and so he turned to crime.
I guess not. Okay, so now I believe this is Idris Elba.
Okay, now
Him and his like weird flesh fedora disturbed me greatly.
Idris Elba, cat. I don't remember what he was called. Macavity, the mysterious cat, or the mystery cat.
Yeah.
He kind of unsettles me. In a strange way.
He's one of my least favorites. I'm trying to look for
he's not bad when he's clothed.
Yeah,
but as soon as he becomes nude,
like there.
I want to. Oh, there we go. Because I was like, man, I'm gonna have to write no clothes because that's gonna be.
I saved you.
Horrible. Because then we probably get. I have to go. Pornography. There we go. See, I hate it. It just looks like Idris Elba is naked. And they gave him cat ears. So, man, I'm tempted to kill it with fire.
I think it's a kill with fire.
Because he doesn't sing his own song.
No.
And his song is, out of all the songs in the movie.
Does he even sing his own song in the play, though?
No, it is sung by the two female cats. But I'm thinking we kill it with fire. He's one of the most unsettling.
Yeah, he's definitely down there.
His song is good, even though he doesn't sing it. I can't remember. Does he sing a song in the play?
I do not remember.
In
the play?
I mean,
I don't think
or the movie either.
I don't think he does.
Yeah, in the play, definitely not, because he barely shows up. I think in some versions they cut him out entirely.
What does he even do?
Nothing. He's just kind of he's like a supervillain cat. I want to say that he's really tough and he can scare dogs, and I think he ends up like facing off with one of the main cats.
Oh, okay, so he is an antagonist.
But he doesn't do anything. It's just like it's like most stuff in the play.
Doesn't he kidnap the Deuteronomy though?
In the play?
Yeah, he does. I think he does.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, he kidnaps Deuteronomy. That's why Mr. Bistopheles has to come out and conjure him back.
Oh, okay. Why am I thinking sometimes he doesn't show up?
I don't know. He's pretty much a staple of the play.
Because I could have sworn a lot of times in the play maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't know.
Yeah, I am, because there's this cat. At one point, he looked like a robot. Like a killer android with red eyes, and I think I'm confusing him with Macavity.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cyborg cat?
Is like the Rumpus cat or something like that? What am I thinking of? Rumpus cat.
A little rumpus cat.
Okay, yeah, the Rumpus Cat. He looks like a freaking superhero. I'm not wrong. See, I need to bring him up on the.
They cut him out.
He's not in the. He's not in the movie, and he's not in a lot of the plays, the productions, because he's like pointless. I think he's the guy that he's like a superhero cat that scares the dogs. I was conflating him.
Goodness, what is
with
that?
With McCavity.
I mean, he would be a kill with fire if they had made him. just the musical alone, he belongs there.
Even he is too frightening for the movie.
I mean, if he had appeared in the movie, he would have killed somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
I think he would have ripped out McCavity's heart or something at the end. But yeah, I got it mixed up. He's like a superhero who can scare off dogs, I believe. And McCavity steals Deuteronomy in the play, which is why they have him stealing all the cats. Okay. It's been years since I've seen the play, so I got it all mixed up. But anyways, yeah. I with clothes on, I would say he's a D or a C.
I'd say he's one of the better ones, just because he has clothes.
Yeah, maybe even higher. But nude, he's a kill it with fire. So we'll split the difference. Maybe we'll give him a B or something with clothes on. Okay. Now Gus, the theater cat. Arguably, like the savior of the movie. Like I've said before, there's like one golden moment where you feel like you're watching a human performance and not some horrible amalgamation of science and black magic. And it's funny because Gus the Theater Cat is like the worst song in the play.
Yeah.
And it ended up being one of my favorites in the movie. So I'm going Tolerable.
I think we
agree?
can.
Yeah, I actually like his song.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
I know it's really depressing. You like every song in Cats, apparently. It's more one of the more like depressing songs.
I actually don't like the Gumby Cat song enough.
What is the Gumby Cats?
You know,
like I know, but like who sings that and who?
It's the fat lady cat.
Okay, she's a Gumby. Okay.
Yeah,
That's right. Rebel Wilson. Yeah. Jenny Annie-Dot's the Gumby cat.
She is a Gumby cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like the melancholy stuff, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah, because you like Memories.
Look, I will give you Memory is a fairly decent song, not one of my favorites, but I will draw the line at Gus the Theater Cat is not a song I like. Except in the movie, where it's somehow the best song. Except maybe for McCavity. Okay, now for the blight on the universe known as James Corden. I mean, Buster Jones.
I feel like
he should go to Tolerable because he's Buster Jones.
What is this sudden love for Buster Jones?
Well, he's Buster Jones. He knows all the clubs and all that.
I feel like he seeped into your brain and poisoned you against us. You poisoned her against me. You made her like Buster Jones.
So the problem with him is that there's technically two versions. There's the one without facial hair and the one with that made it in the movies, right?
Right. The one without, is probably a tier lower than Kill It With Fire.
Yeah, that one.
Like, jettison him into space or something. With facial hair, less scary. But his song is wretched because it's interrupted every 10 seconds by dumb shtick.
Yeah, every time I see his face without the facial hair.
I must have missed it. The facial hair.
I'm trying to.
There's the one without. It's
like
horrible.
A cryptid.
That's the one with facial hair. You can go to that one.
Did they patch that in?
Yeah,
they realized he looked awful.
So the first trailer had it, and like he had less like black. You could see he has more white all over his face.
Yeah,
he's more detailed, I guess.
Here it just looks like they literally ripped his face from like the capture and then stuck it on this model.
I expect him to start screaming, Abbott!
Oh yeah, that's what started the whole like James Corden will devour us all thing, because he looks like he is ready to just consume everything in his path. Yeah, so
I mean,
but even more than his appearance, his song is terrible.
Yeah.
Kind of the same reason Jenny Any song is terrible, because it's just dumb shtick every 5 seconds, interrupting the flow of the song. It just goes into why we said that the musical aspects are so badly handled.
yeah, totally. And we do not like James Corden at all.
No, because he ruined existence.
He ruined my life.
He was the one who tempted Eve with the apple in the Garden of Eden.
Just
Okay.
James Corden, you
As
slithering
Buster Jones
Yeah.
came out.
Can you imagine that coming out of the foliage at you?
Yeah, I think that would have saved humanity, because Eve would have just taken off immediately. Okay, and now I almost wish we'd saved her for last, but
We can move her to later.
wanna move her?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
move her to later.
okay.
We
yeah.
got other fish to fry.
Okay, Rum Tum Tugger. His song, it's a very bad version of the song,
It is.
but it's still the Rum Tum Tugger song, so it gets
gets some
somewhat
points.
of a pass.
And just like they completely botched his character inside the movie itself, just to like give him a character arc, I guess.
What exactly did they? I can't remember.
Well, just like
Was he the one who was like the most
no, wait.
aggressive, or?
Which one?
Rum Tum Tugger. He's
No, I'm
Jason
thinking-
Derulo. What are
Okay,
you
now I'm thinking of something different. I'm sorry.
We keep getting there's too many cats.
There's
and
too many
cats.
cats. Now, Rum Tum
Yeah.
Tugger usually has the best song.
Yeah, he has one of the best songs in the,
Just
play,
ever.
but it's a bad version. It's kind of lifeless, and that's another thing. Most of the songs are just lifeless, which I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're so. Because there's actual people in the scene performing.
Yeah.
But it
in body
still
contact.
feels like it would feel less lifeless if they had just CGI'd, is what it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because like they just got a bunch of people who are just famous, I guess, and then just said, "Hey, sing and dance," kind of thing.
I guess so.
I
Maybe
don't know.
they don't have the artistry required to make it compelling, or it's just really hard to, because maybe the way it's shot takes away from the compelling nature of dance. Because when you watch people just dance on a stage, there's the physicality and the presence of it that is inherently interesting.
Yeah, they look fake. Everything just looks fake.
Maybe that's it too. Maybe
That's
it is real, but it's been slathered over with so much CGI gunk
Yeah.
that your brain can't accept it, and it detracts from everything they're doing. But in certain shots, he's kind of terrifying because he's got floaty face syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm also disappointed he never said Jason Derulo once in the song, which I feel like would have been a fun reference to who he is, because that's what he's most famous for, is saying his own name in songs.
Oh, okay.
What a way to be famous.
I'm torn between D and C because
I think C for the song.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit of a pass just because the song is definitely.
You know what? Should we move? I'm almost tempted to move Growl Tiger down, but I don't know if he's even worth moving down.
We need something in D.
I think our next candidate is a strong
D?
Yeah. Because next we have. I'm going to leave him in C for now, at least.
You
they're
get to
both
stay in
strong
C for now.
Yeah. Maybe that's good enough. But then there's Griselda Grimbleshanks.
Grisabella?
Grisabella, his name I can never remember.
The glamour cat.
Yeah. Who,
Oh, that's what that is.
to me, she has one of the worst applications of the face technology.
Looks like an 80s prostitute.
Okay, that too, but it looks kind of like they cropped her too low around the eyes, and you only get like part of her face on the cat, and it looks weird. It looks weirdly clipped. I don't know how to describe it, but like I don't find her horrifying.
It's like they barely use the technology on her
Yeah, there's
actual
something
face.
off about her that is.
Ugh.
Yeah, it looks like she got like the least amount of time with the second pass or something like that.
Yeah, it's like they barely applied anything, especially around her lips.
Ugh. I see more pictures.
Yeah, there's. Yeah. See, it doesn't.
Yeah, they've totally messed
It looks
up
like
the application.
Second Life. It looks like a Second Life character. Like, I think she looks even worse there.
I know, that's what I was looking at earlier.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as most people know, they sent the movie back for touch up because, you know, after the backlash, they were like, oh, we got to make this better. I don't know.
Question mark?
Yeah, and I feel like they just never had time to go back to her, and they were just like, forget it. She's technically not in much of the movie.
Yeah.
Also, as far as versions of the song go, pretty bad version because she's putting like way too much into it and straining at certain points. I don't know. Like Jennifer Hudson's supposed to be good at singing, but very bad version of the song in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I was thinking D.
I really think D. She's not quite horrifying enough to be put in a Kill with Fire,
Yeah.
but the application, something definitely went wrong there.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have Chippendale Train Conductor, Skimble Shake, one of my favorite characters, Skimble, who generated the word Skimble Shankin' in our family.
Skimble
because in the stage play, this serious case of moose knuckle going on. So Skimble Shanks, the Railway Cat.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. The song is like left my brain as it was performed in the movie. Like all of it wasn't that great, but I mean they had an interesting set piece of them tap dancing on the railway tracks, which wasn't too bad. And let me bring up a bigger picture of him, because I don't think he's too bad.
Well, he's got the benefit of like clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the secret.
Who's drawing fan art of this movie?
Yeah, he's got clothes on.
Yeah.
He's wearing he's wearing grandpa pants over
And
suspenders.
I actually like his look overall. Just like
Yeah, not a bad design.
you know, I actually think he came out the best.
Yeah.
It seems like facial hair really helps a lot.
Facial hair and like we said,
anything to
clothes.
hide the face.
Yeah. So I'm willing to put Skimbleshanks in Tolerable because I think he's one of the better designed cats.
I think he's also a sexual awakening for a lot of young girls and certain young men. Because I don't know why he has the most like male strippery vibe out of the entire show. But
Well, he's a conductor.
It's somehow the fact that he is wearing clothes makes it lewder, and I don't know why that is. But speaking of lewd, that's just like profane. Like it's not even like sensual. It's just awful.
It's a sin against man and creation.
Yeah. Okay. Now Mistopheles,
Okay, yeah.
who
Horrible song, but he doesn't look. I'm not
Well,
horrified.
he's
when
the
I look
one
at
I was
him.
thinking of who they botched his character, they botched
Yeah.
his song, you know.
I made him timid when he's not.
I know he's supposed to be like one of the most confident cats
Yeah.
in the play, and he's just this weak little mousy, forgive the pun, character.
You know.
And his song goes from, because a lot of times, at least I've seen, it's Rum Tum Tugger singing his song, and it's like this bombastic proclamation of how awesome Mr. Mistopheles
But
is.
he's over there shaking like he has like arthritis or something.
Yeah, and then it's this version where it's like split up into 3 parts, basically, and they're like trying to build his courage. They're trying to encourage him.
Yeah.
In order to use his magic to bring back the living nightmare.
Which completely
Judi
destroys
Dench.
any flow you could have to a song.
Yeah.
By adding just massive breaks in there.
But they
just
do
like-
that a lot in the songs in this movie.
Yeah.
They're so cut up. Like I was saying with Bustopher Jones, like it'll stop for him to like fall into a pile of trash.
Have these people like watched a musical?
Well, that's what I can't figure out. The director has done musicals before, but
Is this supposed to be a musical?
I don't know.
Would this have even been better if they just cut out the songs?
I mean, it would lose any reason to watch it, but at the same time, I wouldn't have to see the songs ruined. So
I mean, I don't know. Just
it's more like slam poetry at certain points than actual songs. You know.
It's like beat poetry.
Like I know it's based off poems, but like you weren't supposed to do them as poems. They're supposed to be the song versions. So, like, his song to me is a Kill It With Fire, but his appearance, once again, he's wearing clothes.
Yeah, it helps. He looks okay, but I can't forgive the song. I think he should go in like C.
C?
Yeah.
Okay, that's generous, because I was thinking D for the song, but maybe we'll...
Put him in D. You know, his song, it really kills him.
That's the thing. Because appearance-wise, he is probably a C or a B or something.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, like, we had Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer. Again, one of their song, I believe, is really, like, choppy and split up. But, I mean, because I think the director, he was pretty focused on, like, the set pieces. I mean, they do have a fun thing of them messing around in a house.
Yeah, I think
but
a lot of those...
that get in the way of the music.
A lot of those are actually physical locations that they then put a person who they then slathered CGI all over them.
Yeah.
So now everything looks fake, and you've wasted all this time trying to get a physical location.
It's so stupid. I mean, I think a lot of the sets are just like objects that are like completely gray, and they're just, you know,
a lot of
to resemble the shape. But if you're gonna go ahead and do that, you may as well just build the objects and build cool sets.
And if you did everything practical,
this would be much better.
And actually took away the cameras, had it on a stage, and did it live.
Or, you know, if you just wrote it out as a group of poems with no visuals, that
There's so many different ways to do this.
I know we don't have anything in A. I almost wonder if A is pointless to have. Because I don't know if they should be a B or a C.
I mean, I'm okay with their visuals.
Their songs are offensive.
Yeah.
You know,
they're almost tolerable, but not quite.
I think they're our best A contender.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I can have that because
with her song is boring, so that kind of drops her, even though she's probably visually on par.
Yeah.
But then their song's a little more entertaining. Okay. Then we have Jenny Any Dots.
Oh my! I mean, what she looks terrible. Two, what she does in the song is beyond reproach.
I know.
Beyond anything. Whoever did that deserves things that should not be mentioned unto them.
I understand. I have not seen such a nightmarish cavalcade of imagery since a David Lynch short film.
Didn't you watch that French film where they were tormenting people, the cult?
Yeah, like Martyrs 2008 is less disturbing than the Jenny Any Dot scene.
The only good thing about her large body is exsanguination.
Okay. Yeah, because to break it down, she strips off her own skin to reveal more skin and an outfit beneath.
Right.
The cockroaches have human faces.
Can we bring up the cockroaches? Let's bring up the cockroaches.
I don't want to bring up the cockroaches.
But that's the thing, the cockroaches aren't even the only small disturbing thing in that scene.
No, I know.
We go from cockroaches, of which she eats one or a couple.
I don't like looking at
Holy cow, the CGI is awful.
Oh my! I mean, that is haunting. Did you see? That is haunting.
What, her face? Or?
Just both that. Just having that together side by side. It's
They know the reckoning is at hand. What on earth?
You have a
They're in meme zone?
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh wait, shoot.
Billy's taking us on a trip.
Yeah. Ugh.
Everything about it is wrong.
Yeah, it's like no one likes cockroaches. They're arguably one of the most disgusting and creepy insects.
Yeah.
And then you put human faces on them.
They could have at least done the cockroaches from that one anime or manga.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that one.
That's all I'll leave it at.
I should search for really weird stuff. And then there's the mice.
Oh my goodness.
Which is also really creepy.
I forgot a bit about those.
Ugh.
The Mouse Sisters. It's just,
Her song is one parade of nightmares after
That's what I'm
another.
saying. It is the most surreal and disturbing set of images that has ever been recorded. And I just don't understand how you see this stuff and say, yes, I will release this for people to watch.
Okay, yeah, that looks good.
Are they on so many drugs in Hollywood that this stuff doesn't even faze them anymore? They've seen stuff at this level every day of their lives after a bad trip. I don't know, but
her whole thing is like industrial sabotage. Somebody intentionally did this because they wanted to catch the fail.
they wanted to bring down.
It had to be intentional. You can't.
Who released this? Was this what is that called?
You don't know anything about this, Phil. You're like, who is this cat, or what's that cat, or who made this? We came in greatly
Well, I just feel like once you watch it, we keep saying Nightmare a lot.
It's Universal Pictures.
Okay, I think somebody was trying to sabotage Universal.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's like a nightmare where you wake up and you only remember snippets of it, but what you remember is just appalling.
I mean, my thing is, she's so beyond kill with fire. I don't know where she goes, if that makes sense. I mean, she has to go there.
We're going to put her there, but yeah.
She belongs in the void. She belongs in just, I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say hell, but even that feels too cliche.
Yeah.
And then we have Taylor Swift.
Yay.
Who, Bomberlina, I guess, but for all intents and purposes, Taylor Swift. And I'm getting a call for some reason. Somebody's trying to sell me something, or
It's Buster
they
for
know
Jones.
we're talking about cats and they want us to stop. Yeah, Buster for Jones is calling us. I heard what you said somehow.
Put me up higher on the list.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of looks like, what's her face there? Victoria, the white cat.
Yeah.
She,
strong.
But didn't she sing the Mistopheles song?
She sings McCavity.
McCavity.
Which
McCavity,
is,
that's right.
after the Gus the Theater Cat, is probably one of the better songs in the play. So,
I'm okay with putting her.
I wonder if McCavity was an ex.
yeah,
I wonder
she's
if McCavity was an ex-boyfriend of hers. That's why she sang that song.
I mean, I think that's sort of the implication, or at the very least, the lady cats all have a thing for McCavity because he's a bad boy.
Well, I mean, have you seen that picture, Billy?
Yeah, it's pretty beguiling, admittedly.
Now, who is this? I completely forgot who this was.
I don't know. He's like Screensaver the cat. He's just always there.
But yeah, he's the one cat that.
He's like the main guy? Or?
Yeah, he introduced it. I think he sings Mistopheles.
No, it's Rumtum Tugger that sings Mistopheles. At least usually.
I thought he sings it in the play.
That cats? Is that?
I'm pretty sure it's Rumtum Tugger.
He's kind of the guy in the play. He talks the most.
Yeah, is he the one
It's kinda
who introduces it and stuff?
Yeah, he'll join in a few songs. And I know that.
Oh, it's Monkey Strap or whatever. Monkey.
That's it. He's got one of the weirder names, and most people don't know who he is.
He's like the storyteller or whatever. Like the
Yeah. But because he's more notable, or he's more iconic in the stage play. In this, he barely stands out. But if you do watch the movie, definitely watch his expressions, because he's got a lot of hilarious oh boy. He's really trying to be into it, and it's especially when he's listening to Judi Dench Nightmare sing. It's pretty hilarious. So again, I don't know. I don't even think he sings anything.
He's like a bee.
Yeah. His face looks weird sometimes.
Yeah, but he's not an affront to God.
Yeah. I love how we've got mostly 2 on each one except Kill It With Fire.
It's a nice distribution.
Yeah.
Okay, now this thing.
The Queen of Darkness, Judi Dench, who I will never not see when I try to sleep at night.
Let's
find her and get rid of nude McCavity. I just could do that and see how mangy she looks. Okay. That's the least of the worries here.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, you're right. Rumtum Tugger does sing it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought.
It's just...
It's chilling.
She's going to take me to hell. She's come for my immortal soul.
Oh my goodness. You know, and somehow she's clothed, but her face is horrible.
Yeah. Well, because it's a weird thing where her clothes is part of her body practically.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they screwed up. It's not a big. I mean, it is a big coat, but it looks like just another part of her, so it throws off her
Look on that one.
her form. It just makes it look like
Yeah.
she has freaking linebacker shoulders. You know, like not only is she horrifying, she could tackle you to the ground. Is what it's implying. So
Lift you with one hand.
yeah. So, yes, arguably, probably my vote for the scariest looking cat, especially when, do they have that shot of her lifting her leg? That is another thing. Like, add that to the, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This, on top of the Jenny Indie scene, this movie should be rated, like, NC-17. The children should be nowhere near this movie.
What is going on in that picture?
She's lifting her leg seductively.
Why?
Because she's a cat, I guess. But it's one of the worst moments in the film.
It's terrible.
And then she has the last song where she's talking about the cats, and it just holds on her face.
Yeah.
And everyone stands around listening to her, and it's like, okay, grandma wants to say a few words, and we all gotta, you know.
Because she looks
Listen to
directly
her.
into the camera.
Yeah.
There's no separation anymore.
No.
She's looking at you.
She
and
sees you.
Yeah.
This isn't that she's filmed. She's looking straight into you. And she knows what you're thinking. And she will not forgive us for our sins, okay? She is not benevolent. Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love, at the end of it all, it is formed, this is completely by accident, a massive L. Like the ones that Toby Hooper and Universal took. I think
Beautiful.
that sums it up.
We could have planned it out better.
I know, we really couldn't have. All right. Thank you for listening to this baffling bonus. We will rank disturbing looking cats with you at a later date. I've been your host, Billy Greer.
I've been Jake Greer.
And I've been Luke Greer.
We'll talk at you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness.